Hello, this is Leticia from Dancing Crowns, and today we are going to be working with a very nice and special spell. Today is Tuesday, April 21st, 2020, and right now we are going through the COVID-19 pandemic around the world. So we are looking for something really appropriate in order to celebrate the new moon tomorrow, which is Wednesday, April 22nd. And by coincidence, tomorrow is also Earth Day. And because we have two important events in the same day, we want to take advantage of that, and we want to bring some healing to the Earth globe. We have been going through a lockdown worldwide. Different countries have been in lockdown, totally lockdown. Some countries have been also semi-lockdown, and some countries have not even done a lockdown but have been impacted somehow, either with the sickness, the pandemic of the COVID-19 or coronavirus, as is used to also be known, and also the economy has been impacted big time because a lot of resources has been scarce, since a lot of places that are locked down are considered non-essential businesses. So because this pandemic has been impacted the whole world, I want to give a little bit back to planet Earth and Mother Earth, and we want to try starting a chain, because maybe I can start the spell today and maybe you can do it from home tomorrow. And this is why I'm recording it the night before, because it's not something big of a deal to find the resources to do the spell. All you need, and I'm gonna show you, and before I go there, I want to show you, I found the spell in this almanac. I love this book. This is from Llewellyn's, and I think it's a very affordable book that you can buy every year. I usually do the spells myself because I am a high priestess, a Wicca high priestess, and I create spells myself as well, as I have been practicing for so many years. But I think the one published in this book is really practical. It's really easy for everyone to do it. And even if you're starting in magic, this is something that you can that it can help you build your practice, because it's a very simple one to do. Now, the items that you are going to need to gather together is, you can find any rock or crystals. If you know me before you watch this video, you know I love crystals. And in my store, dancingcrownspsychic.com, I have plenty of crystals there for you to choose from the huge spheres all the way to smaller crystal comfort bags to carry in your purse, or in your car or at home. You can find handmade jewelry. The necklace I have is also connected with what we're going to do today. I will explain in a little bit about the crystals we're going to use. But if you don't have crystals, you can just go to your backyard or to the street and find a small rock, preferably round. We want a round stone to work with, or crystal, because we are going to represent the earth working with that particular stone. You're not going to discard the stone at any given moment. So I am using here this sphere right now. I forgot the name of the stone from the top of my head at this point. I will mention it during the video, but it is a beautiful sphere, right? And because of its color, I am going to use it to represent the planet Earth. All right, so so this is what we are going to also gather. It's a piece of orange paper, Okay. Oh, I now remember the name of the stone. I'm sorry. So the sphere that I was showing previously, and all of a sudden I just went blank, and that's okay. This is a blue aragonite. Blue aragonite. And if I am not mistaken, it's from the Middle East. That is found in the Middle East. But it is a beautiful sphere. And because of its color, I am going to use it to represent planet Earth. All right, so we're going to keep going, moving forward. Just gather a piece of orange paper. I think it's better orange fabric, but I didn't have any orange fabric right now. As you know, people are buying a lot of fabric from the stores these days to make the mask to cover your face. So, or to cover their faces. So I am using an orange piece of paper, which is perfectly fine because it is mentioned in the items, in the list of items from the book of spells. You can use a paper too, okay? So it is as valid. I have my iron cauldron here because I'm going to use fire during the spell. So I needed a fireproof container. So I have my cauldron that has a triple moon in the front. I don't know if you can see it. It's a cast iron cauldron. It's not big, it's just small, okay? I am also here, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but I have the moon and the sun represented in this little altar that I made specifically for tonight. And I have a pyrite heart representing the sun god. I have a pyrite heart in my store too. If you like it, you can go ahead and buy one from there. And I have a black moonstone sphere. Black moonstone spheres. This is representing the new moon, okay? Because if I would have been working with the full moon, I have a sphere that is a rainbow moonstone, and I have other spheres that I work with for the full moon as well, like a hematite quartz as well. And if you notice, let me see if this is the side. Yeah, if you notice, there is a little line around this area that it has like a crescent moon there. Did you see it? That's why I chose this sphere too. So I'm going to place this back where it goes. All right. And I want to let you know I have a blue candle on. I like the blue color to represent the dark moon, and it's also the color of my business, Dancing Crowns. So that's why I have the blue candle there, because through my business, through what I do, and through my skills as a psychic and a Wicca high priestess and a witch, I have been able to perform this spell today. So that's why I'm representing the candle, you know, the blue color, the connection with my skills and who I am in conjunction with the new moon. All right. Also, after the spell is done, I am also going to bless some crystal points that I gather. And I'm going to explain which crystal is this in a moment. I have 4 crystal points, different ones, okay? And I'm going to bless them once I clear the energy after the spell. I'm going to take advantage of that energy, and I'm going to bless those points. And what I'm going to use those points for are for jewelry, and 3 of them, and 1 of them I'm just going to sell it the way it is, because sometimes people just like to have a point the way it is to carry with them or to use for a specific purpose. So it's going to be on my website, just plain point, the bigger one, but the other ones are for a necklace. All right, so there is actually one smoky quartz in my necklace in my website right now. You can go see it now. I am going to start, before I start the spell, by talking about, this is very interesting, and my husband was here when I was shuffling the cards, and I was actually showing him how interesting is that I was just going randomly, shuffling the cards, and all of a sudden, when I was trying to shuffle the deck got stuck and it did not let me. You know how we go and shuffle? Let me show you. This is the deck I'm using today. Is the Crystal Angels Oracle, and I was going like this, right? I'm just shuffling, and all of a sudden, instead of going like this, the deck did not let me go outside and it got stuck in the inside part. I cannot do it now because I was doing it naturally. I was just going through it and it got stuck in the middle. So I'm like, okay, so that means that the card that is here is the card that I need to pull because the deck is not moving anymore for me. So I took the signal very seriously, and the card of the day is Smoky Quartz. And you know how we cleanse and vanish in the new moon? Well, the crystal of the day and the card of the day are talking about Smoky Quartz because it is perfect for a total cleansing. All right, so what the card says here, and I'm going to use my glasses to read exactly what the card says, because I usually also do interpretation of the cards, but in this case I'm using literally what it says because it's such a big coincidence. So it is saying that it's for clearing negativity, and it releases negativity from within and around. And also another great use that I find in the Smoky Quartz and this is my own experience using the crystal myself. It is a very highly protective crystal. So it's not only going to be cleansing and vanishing what's negative, but it's also going to create a shield of protection after the cleansing. And that's how the smoky crystal works. This is why the smoky crystal, smoky quartz, the smoky quartz crystal is so amazing to work with because it cleans your aura and it balances all your chakras. It maintains you grounded at the same time that you can reach high to spirit and archangels and higher realms and the light. But it maintains you grounded at the same time. So it doesn't let you fly too high and dangerous, but it protects you at the same time. So this is the perfect card representing the perfect crystal and the perfect advice for tonight. I am going to use a smoky quartz wand. This is mine. I've been having this crystal for more than a year already. And I am going to use it for directing the energy when I perform this spell. You don't need a wand. You can do your hands, and you can do, again, use the simple rock. You don't need a blue aragonite sphere if you don't have any specific crystal that is exactly round. You can just go to the street and grab any rock that you understand and you can work with. Any piece of paper will do. If you don't have orange, you can grab any white piece of paper that you have at home, any fabric that you don't want anymore. You don't have to have it orange. It's up to you. If you really want to do the spell and keep the chain for helping Mother Earth today, grab whatever resources you have at home, and believe me, it's going to work because you are putting the intention to it, and that's what matters. Okay, so remember, when we do the spell, the power is within us. Okay, now these are resources that help, but they are not mandatory that you have to have the same one. I am going to burn an incense of Nag Champa. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first light the incense in order to clear the space. I usually use smudge, but my high priestess, the one that I used to have when I was living in Puerto Rico and when I jumped into being a Wicca, she was a fabulous mentor for me. She used to work in Old San Juan in a store, and I used to just drive to Old San Juan, bother her in the store while she was working. And that was the only way we were having time together because our lives were conflicting schedules. So I learned from my former high priestess, going to the store. She was working in Old San Juan and she was teaching me. She would give me just a short teaching every day that I would drive there, and she will give me a homework to do, and I will go do it, and I will read the book that she recommended and all that. And that's how I learned. That's how I started to learn everything I know today. So she was my strong base formation. So she taught me, one of her teachings was that the Nag Champa is a great incense for cleansing and purifying. And when you're cleaning your house, that's the perfect incense to use, is Nag Champa. You can use moch as well. I love Palo Santo. Just always make sure you have either an incense burner or a safe fireproof container. If you're using smudge, you can use sage, whatever your choice is for smudge or incense. And I recommend that you use non-toxic incenses too, okay? So take care about your health while doing your magic. All right, so now that we were talking about what you need to gather and what the book was recommending, I am going to proceed. I lighted the incense and I am going to proceed now, and I am going to, first of all, I'm going to open the circle. I'm going to close the circle and I'm going to do it sitting down here because I want you to see me, because my camera, I don't have that much space in here. So I'm going to ask the goddess and the god and the archangels directions and elements to join us here tonight. And I am going to ask the Archangel Raphael, the Archangel Michael, the Archangel Gabriel, and Uriel to join us right here, right now, during this spell. And we want to thank their presence and the goddess and the god. And we want their blessings throughout the spell and to guide us in the correct direction and the right path. So blessed be. I am going to start doing the spell, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have the orange paper, and I am going to grab the blue aragonite sphere that I have representing the earth. So go ahead, grab your stone now and put it inside whatever paper or fabric you chose to do the spell with. Even if it's not orange, it's okay. And I am going to cover completely the stone, okay? So after you cover your stone with the paper or fabric, we are going to close our eyes and we're going to say the following. We are wishing the best for Mother Earth. We are wishing that its waters are clean. We are wishing that the earth and the soils are fertile and without any impurities. We are wishing that every being, living being in this planet is healed from our illness. We are wishing the best for our globe. We want our earth to be clean. We want our earth to stay clean. We want our earth to be healed from any harm. Any harm that can harm the planet and anything that can harm the living beings around it. We are all neighbors of this planet Earth. We all live together in this beautiful neighborhood, and we want to virtually hug each other right now. We want to grab our hands and we want to put our hands up, and we want to thank Mother Earth for giving us a place to live, a place to eat, and all the resources needed. Thank you and blessed be. So now we are going to open this, and we want to imagine as we open the paper that all the bad energy and any ailments and illnesses that are around the planet, anything that is not needed for the planet to stay healthy, it's going into the paper. Okay, so the paper is gonna hold all the bad stuff, and we are going to imagine that our planet, our waters are drinkable, our marine life is healthy, our soil is fertile and giving food to the animals that eat from it, and that we can eat from the trees, the fruits, the plants, and all that we need. So we are going to put back the rock or the stone that you are working with in the place that you had it before. And now I am going to open my cauldron, and I am going to actually break this paper because it's going to be easier to burn like that. And as I break it, I am also breaking any negativity that Mother Earth has, and we are going to discard all that is dirty, that is damaging our planet. We are going to discard all the illnesses around the planet that are harming all the living beings, and anything harming our planet is gone, and we declare it gone right now. So be it. And I am putting everything in the cauldron. Now it's time for some fire. Make sure you're safe doing this. And here we go. I lighted the paper, and I am going to use my wand to say, all bad is gone, away from the earth, away in the space. Recycle the energy with the stars in the new moon, and light new life, and blessed us here in this planet Earth. So be it, blessed be. So mote it be. And just like that, we want to make sure that we put that intention strong in there. And when you understand that it's enough, you can just cover the cauldron and the fire will be stopped. Okay. For discarding those ashes and those burned papers, you want to make sure that you put them in a bag and away from home. So you want to either put in a trash can outside that the trash truck will be coming soon. Otherwise, take it to another place far away from home, another trash can that is away from your house, probably a public one where the trash is getting picked up constantly, and that you're not damaging your environment. Okay. So you can also how do you say, put it under the soil somewhere, but I don't usually do that because I don't want that negative energy around my house. So I'm gonna take it tomorrow morning out when I go grocery shopping, and I'm going to get rid of that away from my house, but in a place that is respectful for the planet and respectful for others. And we're not thinking about any human beings when we're doing that specifically. We're just thinking about general getting rid of the negative energy. Okay, so you don't want to think about somebody specific when you're doing that because you can harm someone. So always practice magic in a safe way. Okay, now because we already get rid of this, even though we have an incense on, I am going to go ahead and help a little bit with the Palo Santo to make sure that we completely get rid of the energies that we don't want around us anymore. And I am turning it on using my candle, so I save some fire here. And I am cleansing the crystals that I am going to be blessing in a moment. And I am cleansing the environment a little bit. And so we are surrounded by very powerful smudge and incense at the same time, because we were vanishing and getting rid of stuff. Now, I am going to go ahead and I am going to bless my crystals using the rainwater. Today was raining this morning here, so I collected a little bit of water from the rain and I put it in this black moonstone bowl that I have. And I am going to bless these crystals. And for the person that will be the owner of this necklace that I'm gonna make with them, I want them to have a lot of healing out of these crystals, and a lot of cleansing and protection. And when they arrive to whoever buys them in the future, I want that person to feel safe at all times and to get rid of all unwanted energies that they don't want around anymore. Okay, and they can also put their own intentions, whoever get those necklaces, or the point that I'm gonna be selling apart, which is this one, which is the bigger one. They can put their own intention, you know, the owners of the crystals. Even though I bless them here, you can always clean the crystal again at home and recharge it with your own intentions. Okay, all right, so that's how magic works. And so I'm going to finish that blessing later in the privacy, because I have my own way of doing it. But also I wanted to make sure that I thank you before we proceed to the next part for being with me tonight. I'm hoping that you enjoy all this and that you're learning all this process, and that you are having fun at the same time. That yes, we are doing something serious and hopefully it helps healing with the energies if we all do it together and we create a chain, because we don't have to do it at the same time for it to work. But also I want to thank you for your interest of learning with me and giving me a little bit of your time today. So to celebrate that, I am going to say salud. I have a black zebra jasper cup here full of fizzy water, or it is like the Perrier water, you know, like the water with bubbles. I love that. That's my favorite drink. And I also have some cookies, because after rituals and spells, sometimes we like, you know, the witches to have what we call cake and wine moment. So these are just Korean little bears, or koala bears I should say, and they have like a strawberry cream filling inside. This is really, really good. So again, I will celebrate this moment that we were doing this ritual together with my bubbly water and my koala bears with the strawberry filling inside. Those are Korean candies. All right, people. So thank you again, my witches. And now I want to give you my information before we leave. My name again is Leticia, Leticia, and my business is Dancing Crowns. You can go to my website, dancingcrownspsychic.com. You can also visit me in Facebook. I have my personal profile, I have my pages, I am in Instagram, and I am also in LinkedIn, but I don't use it as much. And you can email me with any questions to dancingcrownsusa@gmail.com. It has been a pleasure being with me today. Being with you today. I hope it's a pleasure for you to be with me too. And this is just the first of many upcoming videos that we are going to be doing in Dancing Crowns. So thank you again. This is Leticia, your witchy dancer from Dancing Crowns, and you have a wonderful new moon, a wonderful Earth Day tomorrow, April 22nd, 2020, which is tomorrow. And blessed be. Merry meet, everyone.